Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. I've been loving a lot of the same products lately, so I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and film a favorites video for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I figure we'll go in order of how I'm applying my makeup. So first off, I've actually really been enjoying this product from REM Beauty. It's like a skincare slash makeup sort of hybrid product. This is their Cooling Blurring Under Eye Balm. And it's so refreshing. I just really like the way that it feels. I've already used up a good little bit of it. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to tell, but I really enjoy using this on my under eyes, especially before makeup. It definitely does blur them just a little bit, but to be honest with you, once I put my makeup on, I don't really notice it. What I really like this for is just the feeling of it. I really like the process of putting on skincare and the way that it makes your face feel like refreshed and just hydrated. And this is such a cooling formula underneath the eyes. And honestly, the reason that I bought it is because I was able to swatch it in stores and it just felt so nice. Like I had picked some up and then rubbed it in on the back of my hand, and it feels like it's been in the refrigerator. So I can't imagine how good it would feel if it was in the refrigerator, but it's just very, very nice. So if you're into something like that, you'd probably really like this. I'm not sure as far as like actual skincare benefits go. Honestly, I just like the way that it feels. It's nice and refreshing, especially early in the morning. I'm not much of a morning person, so this is a very good product in my opinion, and I really like it. Next up is a primer, and I've really fallen back in love with this. I never felt out of love with it or anything, but my skin has been so dry lately. I tried a new face wash, and it just broke my skin out so badly. Like I had a texture kind of like breakout, and then it was really, really dry. So this has been a go-to for me before my makeup routine. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer. And as you can see, I'm almost out of it. So once I finish this up, I'm for sure gonna repurchase it. It's so nice. It's really moisturizing, but it's not like a heavy product. It's actually like running pretty low. So when you blend it in, it just, I don't know, it just makes your skin feel so moisturized, but it also just gives a really nice base for underneath makeup. And this is the kind of primer I feel like if you have, my dogs decided to bark. This is the kind of primer that I feel like if you have a foundation that sometimes doesn't sit well on your skin and emphasizes dryness or dry patches or anything like that, that this underneath it is really gonna help it kind of just sit better onto the skin. So I really, really like this one. On that same note, this has just been such a go-to for me. I just never wanna stop using it. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. I think this is one of the best foundations I've ever tried. It's so creamy. It gives like a nice medium coverage. It never looks too heavy, or also it never looks too light of coverage to where I have to build it up a lot. I feel like this foundation would also work for a lot of different skin types. And I don't know, I just feel like this is a pretty universal product. I feel like I haven't really heard anyone that doesn't like this foundation. If you have tried it and you don't like it, let me know, because everyone that I feel like I've seen use this has really enjoyed it. And I know for sure when I finish this up, I'm gonna repurchase it, because I've noticed myself trying not to reach for this because I don't want to use it up, but I just need to use it because I love it. The only downside is the cap is terrible. It's gonna crack no matter what. Like, I just wish that they'd make that a little bit higher quality. The foundation itself is I think about $16, which at first felt a little bit pricey for a drugstore foundation. These days though, drugstore prices are insanely expensive, but I do think this is well worth the $16. To me, this is a high-end formula. It is incredible, and I would suggest it to just about anyone. I cannot think of anyone that I would not suggest this to. This has become such a favorite of mine. I'm pretty sure I've already used like half of this because I use it all the time, but this is the BB cream from Perito, and I have this in the shade number 21 Light Beige. I say that because I know at one point I had purchased the wrong shade, so just to clear up any confusion. Also, if you're wondering, in the Colourpop Pretty Fresh, I have the shade Fair 20 in, and I do have a video all about this. I'll link below both of the videos where I have reviews on these foundations, but this Perito one is so amazing. It's like a gray undertone, which I love. This is the foundation that, it says flawless coverage. It's so true. When I put this on, I get a compliment. Like, if I'm getting ready as fast as possible, like 5 minutes or less, I throw this on, mascara, that's about it. I'm gonna get a compliment. They're gonna be like, what did you do to your makeup? What is so different? I'm like, I spent 2 minutes on it, but it was this. Every single time I wear it, someone compliments this foundation. It just looks incredible, and it's just such a favorite of mine. I'm so glad that I tried this. I don't know that I love it more than my Misha BB cream, but I love it just as much. So I'm okay with that because I don't purchase the Misha one anymore. Let's move on to powder. This one from CoverGirl is the Clean Fresh Pressed Powder, and it's become such a favorite of mine. This was so hyped up, especially from Sarah Rose, and she's the one that really made me want to purchase this when I used up my last pressed powder. I have this in the shade Fair. It's a really nice shade for me, and you can already see like the rings in the pan a little bit here. That's how much I've been using it. I use it all the time. I really love it. This feels very high end to me. It's a really, really, really nice powder. So I don't know how much I can really say about a powder because it's just a powder, but it's amazing. And especially for the price, the packaging doesn't feel extremely luxe by any means, but it also doesn't feel like it's gonna break within 5 uses or anything. So I will mention that. Also, I think it came with a little powder puff, which I feel like I should have kept because once you take the powder puff out, the packaging feels a little loose. Hopefully you guys can hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. But I feel like for some reason when I had the powder puff in there, it kind of helped it like stay better. So I should have probably kept that. When I use this up and repurchase it, then I'll keep the powder puff. I've also really been loving this powder. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. This is the RCMA, the original no color powder. So this is just a loose powder. It's such a great value. It is so affordable for this gigantic jar, but it doesn't have flashback. It can work on anyone. It doesn't have like a white cast or anything. It truly is translucent. Now, when I say that, I do not have deeper skin, so I cannot speak to whether or not it would have a white cast on deeper skin, but it's a white powder, so I feel like even on my skin I would be able to tell if it did or not. This is really amazing for mattifying your makeup. It's going to help it to last longer. It's going to look flawless. It's just going to help it look like a nice little airbrush wash of powder went over your skin. It does make it look very mattifying, so it's not going to look like you don't have powder on by any means, but it doesn't look heavy. It just like you can tell like your face is going to look blurred and just set, ready to go. It's a really, really great powder. The only cheek products I'm going to mention today is just this duo. So this is the bronzer and highlight duo from Charlotte Tilbury, the Film Star Bronze and Glow duo. I have this in the lightest one called a Fair Medium. Can you tell how much I love this? This is just a product that I always go back to. If I don't use it for a while and then I use it again, I regret not having used it in the past because it's just that good. It's the perfect undertone for me. This like bronzery contour side is just so neutral and just perfect. I do have it on my skin today. If my makeup looks a little expired today, it's because it is. I've had it on for like 13 or 14 hours at this point. We're just rolling with it. I'm trying to do some pre-filming, so I didn't have it in me to like wash all my makeup off and redo it. But anyways, I do have a little bit of this on right now just to kind of get some color to my skin, but it's just so amazing. I love it so much. And I just think that it is so worth the money. It's so expensive, but honestly, I just think it's worth the price tag. All right, let's jump up to eyes. I have the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is the liquid liner in the shade Brown, and I'm just so into brown liquid liner. I just think that it really helps like complete a look, but it's not as harsh as a black liquid liner. It's just really, really nice. I don't use this as much as I would like to just because I'm usually kind of pressed for time doing my makeup, and a wing liner, even if it is brown, still takes time, and I still kind of mess it up sometimes, and then it takes a little while to fix it. I always like the way my left eye looks, but then I can't get my right one to match it. You guys probably know how that is, but it's still a favorite of mine, even though I don't use it quite as much as some of these other products. This is so amazing. So this is a clear brow gel from Anastasia. I told you guys I've had my makeup on for 13 or 14 hours. I did not touch up my brows at all, and this is what they look like. The only part that I see a problem-ish with is that it wore off a little bit right here. That's the marker though. I don't have any brow gel right there because I don't have any hairs right there. My hairs start right here, and then this part I draw in. So I left it just to show you guys how good this brow gel is. It just holds everything in place, and especially this brow, like perfection. This one is a little bit messed up, but really that's just the marker. So I did not touch these up. This is how they have looked for 13 to 14 hours. And it is this brow gel. My brows would not have looked like this otherwise. This is so amazing. I just really, really love it. It doesn't feel like crunchy, but they feel set, if that makes sense. And the little mini is only $9, and I've heard from a lot of you guys that it's gonna last me for forever, so I'm very excited about that because $9 for a brow gel that's gonna last me a while. Sounds amazing. We did have one more eye product. This is from Ulta Beauty. It's their bouncy eyeshadow in the shade Buttercream. I feel like I've been talking about this a lot on my channel the last couple of weeks, but it's so good. I already have a little dent in it. This is a cream product, but I do have like an actual dent in it. It's not just like it got moved around. That's how much I've been using this. I did tap a little bit over my eye look just before filming, but this is so incredible. So like I said, it's in the shade called Buttercream. It just adds the most pretty sparkle to your lid. It's kind of like, the amount of sparkle is similar to my Essence Melted Chrome in Ironic, but this doesn't have like a base to it, whereas that one's gonna look a little bit more of like that, it's not bronze, like that cool tone bronze sort of look. I don't know how to describe the color I'm thinking of, but this one's just gonna add like the sparkle. It doesn't really have a base to it, and it just adds a little something when you want that kind of a look. I think this is incredible. I honestly kind of want to try another shade of it, like one with more of a base to it, because it's that good. Like, look how pretty that looks. I love it so much. I just think this is such a good product. It is $9, so definitely check out Ulta Beauty when they're like buy two, get one free, buy one, get one half off, something like that. Get a deal on it, pick up 2 shades. But if you need another product to try from Ulta, this is a gem. So actually, I'll throw in a third one. I'm not putting it in this favorites video because I haven't been reaching for it so much lately, and that's kind of what this whole video is about. But if you're wanting to do like the buy two, get one free, then I'll mention what the third one is. But the second one is this lipstick, and I don't have it on right now, which was bad planning on my part, but I did have it on earlier. So this is their just bullet lipstick. It is so amazing. This is like a My Lips But Better kind of shade. By the time this video is live on my channel, I think that my trying new makeup part 1 will have already gone live, and I tried this on in that video, so definitely go check it out over there, as well as the Ulta eyeshadow was in that as well. But this is kind of like a My Lips But Better sort of shade for me. I actually really love the formula of it. The packaging feels very heavy and luxe in a good way, and it's just really good. So this is in the shade 332, and I think that they had like a name change on it. So the name's not actually on the component itself, but it's in the shade 332, and I think it's incredible. I actually think I want to try more shades from this line eventually, but I definitely suggest this one in particular, this shade. I have been using it nonstop. And then if you want a third product just to kind of throw it in there, I definitely suggest the Ulta Beauty 3-in-1 cheek palette. I'll put a picture up here. I have the one in California Sunlight. It's very good. It's a baked formula. It doesn't get hard pan. It's a little bit like luminous. All of the products are. Like the bronzer is not glittery or anything like that. Really none of them are, in my opinion. They all just look like a nice, healthy, like summery sort of glow to them. So if you're trying to pick up like a buy two, get one free, those are the 3 products from Ulta Beauty that I would suggest to you. Let me know if you try them out because I really, really love them. It's also a good mix because you have the face palette, an eye product, and a lip product. So I feel like that's a really good like rounded way to try the brand out. All right, we've just got a couple more products. So let's jump to lips. I really have been liking this lip liner, specifically the color. The formula is a tad bit dry, but this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Beige. I think this looks pretty like neutral tone on my hand, but for some reason when I use it on my lips, it is very cool tone. It pairs really well with cool tone lipsticks. I do wish the formula was a little bit different, like in the one where the Nude Suede Shoes one was, but I really love the color of this one, is specifically why it's in here. And also you can see like how much of this pencil I've used up. It is quite small now, so definitely a recent favorite of mine. I could not make this favorites video without talking about this Fenty lipstick. Now, I did receive this in PR via Octoly, but I'm telling you guys, I would not have tried it and like paid my own money for it, but now that I have tried it, I would. Does that make sense? Like, I would have originally thought, and I really did think like, oh, that's too expensive. I still do think that it could be more affordable. So this is the refillable lipstick. The refill part is, I just feel like the refill that you buy to like keep using in the component should be cheaper than it is, but it's not. But I like, for me, I'm like, how often do I really use up a lipstick? I don't know. I don't really love that part of it, But if you're wanting to try this lipstick and you're okay with the price point because you really like something refillable, if you're wanting to treat yourself to something, or if you're just really considering this, I do suggest it. I hope that makes sense. I have this in the shade 04 Mother Lava, and I cannot stop using this, and I still have a ton of it left. So this is like a warm toned kind of nudie lip. It's a little bit peachy and it's just so pretty, I think, and I just can't stop using it. I've been wearing it with all of my warm tone looks. This with a KKW Beauty Nude One lip liner, which I know is not available anymore. I cannot get enough of it. So I highly suggest this, especially if you're okay with like the higher end price tag. It is really nice that it's refillable, especially if you can find it on sale though. I think maybe you could get like a coupon code for Fenty's website or something, then I would definitely suggest picking it up. Okay, the last two products we're going to talk about are from Bite. And I'm kind of sad to mention this because we did just find out yesterday that they are closing. They're going out of business, but I know that their products are on sale right now. They've been on sale for a long time. If you find either one of these products, pick them up. I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, grab them, okay? Snag them up, get them in your life. First up, this is like such a favorite. Like the Fenty one is my favorite warm tone lipstick. This is my favorite cool tone lipstick. This one's in the shade Cava and I love it. But this is like a nice cool tone sort of lipstick and I've been wearing it so much. And like I said, I've only had it for a couple of months since Valentine's Day. If you can find this shade, I definitely suggest you picking it up. And then also, I really have been enjoying this lip gloss. This is a little bit newer to me, and I typically would wait a little bit longer, I think, before putting it in a favorites video, but Bite is going out of business, like I said, so if you're wanting to pick it up, now's the time, because you're gonna run out of time, unfortunately. So this one is in the shade Sugar Drizzle. It is their like clear kind of lip gloss. It has a nice bit of sparkles in it though. So it's not like your average clear lip gloss. The packaging's a little bit strange. You twist it and it comes out of this little plastic piece. I know a lot of people don't like the packaging, but I actually really enjoy it. It's more sanitary, and also with lip glosses in particular, especially clear ones, that I'm probably using over a lipstick. If I were to add the lip gloss over a lipstick, typically with the doe foot, I would feel like I needed to wipe it off with a makeup wipe or a towel or something, and it just ends up getting little fuzzies on it, and then you're putting it back in the lip gloss. It's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of annoying to have to wipe it off and it always kind of stains the doe foot. But with this, you can just wipe off the plastic bit and you're good to go. I actually really like that about this. So it says it's a plumping gloss, but I don't feel any like weird tingling with it or anything. It doesn't really have that kind of effect. But seriously, you guys, I really suggest both of these lip products from Bite. But those are all of the favorites that I wanted to share with you that I've been currently just really loving. I think it's kind of interesting that I didn't have an eyeshadow palette to share with you all today. I did almost add one in, but honestly, lately I've just really not been reaching for a ton of eyeshadow. I don't know like what is changing with my preferences right now, but if you noticed, I mentioned several complexion products, and I think that's just been what I've been the most excited for lately. So I'm just gonna be okay with it, you know. If I'm not really wanting to reach for eyeshadow, then I'm just not gonna reach for it, but it is kind of weird because it's typically what I like the most. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite makeup products lately and if I should try them out or not. But with that being said, that's gonna be it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.